Nicole here. Hi, how are you? Um, wait, sorry. I'm supposed to be working right now, but I really am like not. I don't know. Of course, I never feel like doing work. And then I was reading recently. What's today? Today is September 30th. It's the morning. I was recently reading this book, and I'm 32 years old, and it made me feel fucking depresso, FOMO, and like, I don't know. I read a line in there. It's Sam Altman said, "Work really hard in the first part of your career because the results are compounding like compound interest." Like, fuck! I didn't work hard at all, or maybe I did. I don't know. I don't know. I'm depresso from work stress. Is basically what's going on right now with me. It's just about getting onto like the right atomic habit path to like. I don't want my boss's job. I don't want my boss's job. I want my boss's job. I would maybe want to be CEO, but I'd probably be shit at it because I care more about. I don't really understand money very well or economy, and I personally just want to give everything away for free. Does that make me a communist? Fuck Putin and those fucking ugly buildings that they build in Russia. Brutalism. Brutalism works when it is interspersed with a lot of other architectural styles. If it's all brutalism, it is fucking depresso to the maxo. I really like that new song though. What is it? Um, the DJ, please hear it. Shake it to the max. Turn it up so I can shake it to the max. Shake it to the max. I like that song. That's a new song. Anyways, fuck it. Anyways, it doesn't matter because I'm some kind of fucking. Oh, look at my new setup. It doesn't matter because I'm some kind of fucking witch and I reverse time for myself. Everyone always thinks I'm 25 or 22. Yeah. If my chronological age is still that, excellent. Um, but yeah, I have like negative net worth, okay? And I don't even want to save money. For what? I just want to spend it all right now on windsurfing and jumping out of planes and sports and arts and but like extreme sports but also regular sports and also like I just want what I want and I want it right now. I'm a consumer and Sam Altman is feeding me and I still hate him. I don't really hate him. I don't know him. But yeah, from what I've read so far of him, it is making me feel even more scared with the future. Everyone's like, the future is bright, the future is bright. You know, when you have these assholes peeing on my leg and telling me it's rain. Like, also, I just had a major falling out. I don't know, I always burn bridges and then, like, it's like, okay, I personally am one that really believes that you have to, if you want to see the change in the world, you must look inward at yourself. Like, what you hate, it's you. Like, like if I hate Sam Altman's greed, it's not his greed I hate, it's my own greed. It's a lot easier to see something outside of yourself and then to make judgments on it. And so like when you see other people and they really, really, really bother you, it's not them. Like it really doesn't matter what other people do. It's all you and it so like, Sam Altman's greed, must greed, it's not representative of anything other than my own greed. I am Elon Musk. I am that Sam Altman. I am what I hate, and I just want to kill the things that I hate. Because I don't like dishonesty. I don't like lies. I want beautiful progress that actually is in alignment to my vision. But that is exactly like Sam is. That's what he's doing. It's just, you know, he's very secretive about his vision, and I don't trust him, and I kind of think he's low key an idiot. I'm a smart idiot, the worst kind of idiot to be. If you're an idiot, please don't be smart. And I guess I'm a smart idiot too, although I'm a depresso idiot. So I still kind of miss Justin in case he's watching this video. Um, yeah, I, you know, there were elements of that relationship that definitely were like boyfriend girlfriend, and it was very hard for me to separate from that. I tried, but then there were elements that actually were friendship, and I miss those parts. I don't miss the fucking being disappointed when I see that you are regressing to be a boy. Your haircut makes you look like a little boy. Well, if you want to be a boy, be a boy. See, Peter Pan, if I ate Peter Pan syndrome, I mean, what am I doing with my life? Do I take my career seriously? I lean away. I lean away, and I know I'm gonna be free. She told me, if you want to be successful, you gotta dive in head first, total commitment, and I couldn't. And now Simon thinks that I'm an uncommitted hoe, so he's not gonna hire me to be a hydrogeologist. And you know what? That's not the truth. And how do you tell people that? Oh, I guess you gotta be like Sam Altman and read How to Win Friends and Influence Others. And then stupid Dirks and Musk think that any kind of expression of emotion is manipulation. Hello, some people are actually exhibitionists, okay? Like Kanye West. I'm not saying what Kanye West does is acceptable. I mean, he's sick, he's wounded. Doesn't make it right, but it's complex. Like, the man needs help, I need help, okay? But I'm not purposely, and Kanye, I can't speak for Kanye, but I can speak for myself. I'm not purposely using my emotions consciously to manipulate anyone or influence anyone to do anything other than to simply be true to yourself. If that's what I'm influenced, like, highest good for highest all, okay? I'm trusting you guys. I don't know why it bothers me so. Like, it feels like my throat is being, like, shut. It bothers me. Toby, I kind of have this weird personal belief that your pets are like basically as you grow with them and train them, they take on some deep part of something within you, some trait within you. Toby is very smart, and he is definitely like some kind of magical spirit guidance in that sense, like metaphorically speaking, like not actual like Wiccan crap or anything like that. But like Toby is like, how did I start talking about my dogs? Oh, because I was in despair about the state of the world and not trusting other people at all. Um, and so, like, what does it have to do with? Why does my dad always want me to be, like, doing my job? Like, maybe I work for, like, a really large company, but, like, I really suck at my job. I really suck at it. And it sucks sucking at your job. It really sucks sucking at your job. Yes, she did. But the cat is fricked. Yes, thank you. Hell or high water, I will be professional. At least in one part. You know, the midwives claim that I'm not professional. Maybe they're right. Oh, I really don't want to do my job. I just don't want to do it. You keep thinking these thoughts. Come on. You have. I wish I could just ignore the stress, but it's not right. Fuck my ideals. Just take what you can get. No, I'm not like Norma. But like, oh, I was talking about how the Dureks are reticent. They think some people in this world think any expression is a manipulation. Well, I kind of think the opposite. I think when you keep secrets, that's a manipulation. But both can be manipulations, and both can also be authentic, non-abusive expressions. I'm not forcing anyone to watch my YouTube channel at all. That's why I created this, okay? Because I didn't want to bother my friends and I didn't want to bother anyone. Okay, I guess I really did try to learn your lessons, John, and I tried. You know, if the leader is just wrong, then I'm not gonna let myself drown in the sinking ship. I'll leave. Because it's heartbreaking to face energies that aren't compassionate. And watching Kim K, honest to God, I can't handle it. I just can't. How she treats her daughter, what she says about her, it's like the cycle of trauma continues to be passed down, and you know who's paying the price? The innocents. That's why we love that Jesus story, whether he was real or not. I kind of think he wasn't, which means a lot of people that supposedly love me think I'm going to hell because I don't think Jesus was a real human. But I think that story points to a deeper truth, which is that innocence is what pays for the price of sin. But if I were to tell people in my real life about this idea, they would hate me. But I'm not wrong. And I think what I really want is the highest good for all. What's frustrating is when people put their identity, and I shouldn't, like, maybe so again, is this a projection? Is this something I hate of myself? But I don't like when others put their identity into things and then they fight fiercely for that because they put their identity without critically thinking along the way, without adjusting their models. You gotta be flexible with your own identity. You really do. But I think also that's one of the, like, besides just like having a job that really is not right now the taco is not appearing when it's struck in. And it is slow. I am running an purge audit, but so far have not got a complete to work off of. I don't know what is wrong. I am trying. I'll let you know. Once there's taco is in properly. Yeah, and like the taco isn't fucking appearing. Like, it's a no for me to get this worked up. My nerves are fucking fried. They fucking hate Sam because I'm jealous of how much jealous of one because I suck at my tech job. And people like that, they believe that they're better and stronger. Well, they're not. It's like being expelled from midwifery. I got the best fucking healthcare outcomes. My clients loved having me at their births, but I still got fucking expelled. So, and I got the highest fucking marks to get accepted into that fucking program, and I still ended up doing the fucking worst. And you know what? One of these commenters on my YouTube channel said, Nicole can't handle being an engineer, can't handle being a midwife. What can she do? Nothing. Useless. And at my lowest points of despair, I do remember that comment. And I wonder if it's true. But when I'm not at my lowest, which this isn't even my lowest, I know that's not true. It's not true. But I don't feel aligned to like this world. I don't feel like I have an identity. And honestly, this world has treated me at times both good and terrible, which really kind of mind fucks with you. Like, damn, what is the combo doing? And then the other EITs look at me like I'm a retard. I know you're not supposed to say the R word. I guess I'm a Republican in that way. That's funny because they both start with R, as if Republicans are retarded, but it's funny for me saying it because I kind of am a Republican, and I guess I do kind of think I'm retarded, so, you know, I don't know. It's like, you know, one thing about my comedy and, like, the style of clown that I am is, like, woo, and I think kind of hurts my chances of actually making money off of this shit, but, it's like, I like to take my audience and really dick them around, like I just want to, like the moment you tell me you love me is like, and I really think it's true, then I'm going to flip on you and show you a whole other side of me. It's like, oh, you really love me? Let us see. I don't know, I don't trust the fabric of reality at all. I wish I did. I'm trying. And I really don't like Jeremy, in case I ever do get famous. I want it known right now, today, September 30th, 2025. I don't like you, Jeremy. And I don't think you like me. But you keep telling me you like me. I don't think you like me. Am I crazy? Oh, but this is actually why I wanted to make a video. Okay, so forget all the tears. If you made it this far through the video, we're changing gears here. Okay, forget the tears. I'm not sad anymore. Give me a second, I'll have a little sip of my tea to recalibrate. One thing about having PTSD and like being really aware of your nerves and like emotions and that body connection and how it feels to you, and then like how you can kind of control it, like within a certain range, I'm very good at switching up my emotions. Like, you know, you learn about yourself when you get pushed to do it, and yeah, the PTSD has pushed me to really regulate my emotions. But then there's like a range where I just lose all ability to regulate anything. But when I'm in the normal range, I'm extra good at it. But when I'm outside the range, I'm extra bad at it. So trade-off. And it, like, PTSD actually does have upsides, but I don't know if it's worth it, and I don't really, I would not choose this for myself, and I would not choose to give this to anyone. That's for sure. But it does have its upsides, which I kind of, you know, like, now that I'm stuck here, I might as well use it to my advantage, you know? So, what was I saying about PTSD? Oh, switching gears. Okay, so, what I actually wanted to talk about, which actually does kind of fascinate and interest me, my love of psychology as always, but like actual applied psychology, which is definitely like 1970s ethics commission. There's a reason, you know, I don't want to create a Stanford experiment or anything like that, but I do love psychology, and so that's why I love being a nanny. Like, I love getting in there and seeing the family dynamic up close and personal. I loved it, and I liked having a role to play in that while still being objectively outside of it. So, like, it's the best possible job in the world being a nanny. I'm telling you. Maybe you get a shit family that's mean to you. Still very fascinating. You know, that's the secret that the nanny, those fuckers did not know about me. I did not need them to love me for me to love them. And I loved it. There's so much freedom when you feel that way. So anyways, what I'm talking about is tonight I have choir practice. Now, I have this weird magical idea that, like, somehow I'm cursed to always, like, every time I meet a suitable partner, there is some outside force of some kind that just really cock blocks it. So I started calling this force the cock blocking demon, which I actually think is generated from an subconscious. This guy who I went out with, I'm pretty sure his subconscious is somehow creating this curse, this like force in like the human collective, which basically blocks me from ever establishing a relationship with a man. That's how jealous the man is, but he pushed it to his subconscious. Okay, so with that crazy idea percolating in my mind, right? Okay, so every like I both am on the lookout and keeping my eyes peeled for a suitable match, but also trying not to think about it and living my life and forgetting about it completely in the hopes that that will somehow make it come closer to me. Um, and like, also I pray to God external locus if I can, but nothing has worked. And I even changed my attitudes, even as going as far as truly letting go of the idea of getting married and having kids. I let God, the universe, fate take it all away from me. But on a deeper level, that was all just in hopes that I would get what I want. So I don't know if I truly let it go. I don't know. Anyways, so then, um, okay, with all of that in mind, I have a choir practice, which is at a Catholic church that is, at times, some of those people say things that are so underlined with hate that it is hard to be there. Like, if you say you're a saint, I'm gonna expect saintly behavior. If you say you're a criminal, I'm probably gonna expect criminal behavior. Like, so I don't like being lied to. So if you're saying, okay, say you're a saint, but if you're not a saint, do not be saying you're a saint. It's not a good idea because it will really hurt me. And there's no need. There's no need for that. So Jeremy says he's a saint, but he's not. I really don't think he is. And I'm not really willing to give him a chance to hurt me, to prove me wrong. So, yeah. Sorry, Jeremy, you're on your own on that one because I don't think it is worth the risk. Yeah, at this point, no. So, anyways, I have choir practice tonight, and I'm returning, like, from many months that I've taken a break from church because it is brainwashing. Like, there's some things that are good, and take those things, the beauty, time to setting apart time to think about things on a deeper level. Those things are good. Singing, meeting people on a regular basis, that having a third space, having a community to start creating programs and maintaining programs to help the community. Like, this is all really great stuff. I love it. But the bad stuff is they say things, sometimes people, and it's not necessarily the leaders, but it could be, but it's not always. And I recommend not going to a church that has a bad leader because this will then infect the whole thing. But have a good leader, but you can expect to have pimples. You can expect to have pimples. Okay? So, but if the leader is pimply, you're going to be covered in pimples and there's no way out. So, you got to have a good leader. But, like, there's going to be pimples. Okay? And the pimples say things like, if you don't believe in Jesus, you're going to hell. Okay, this is like brainwashed groupthink crap. And I don't need it in my life. I really don't need that shit in my life. So, yeah. So I took a huge break. Fair enough. Well, eventually I got really tired of missing out on the beauty. And I missed the good things. So I find myself back in the fire, back in the line of fire that is Catholic Mass. But, okay, so, like, a couple years ago, I was part of the choir back then, and, like, things seem to move so slowly there, and then when they do change, they can change like that. Anyway, so, like, I was lonely, thinking about not having a husband, watching all the other 32-year-old women who all have toting around 5 kids, and they don't talk to me because they can see I'm in a whole different chapter of life than them. And I'm looking at them wondering, are they more successful than me? And that's my ego talking. And then I get lonely looking at the kids and wondering why I don't have my own kids. Not that I want 5 of them. That seems like a lot of work. And, yeah, I don't know how those guys are doing it. But anyways, I don't even have a husband, so I don't even worry about that. I'm not mad at 32-year-olds for ostracizing me. It's natural. But, that's, that's what's going on in my mind. And Anyway, so one mass I decided, you know what, I'm going to spend this whole entire mass praying to God over and over again to send me a good, suitable partner for myself, a good, suitable husband. Okay, let's go. So I prayed the whole entire, an hour and a half. I go to a long one. I know it's, at first it was incredibly boring, but eventually you subject yourself to it so many times, you start to like it. I like it now. I don't find it boring anymore, but at first I really found it boring. Anyway, so then, now I just find it really beautiful. Yeah, and sometimes I cry. But then sometimes I cry because the people are mean and I feel bad for them and bad for myself. Um, anyways, like they're mean to themselves and they don't know it. Anyway, so then, I prayed this whole entire long ass mass for a husband, and you know what happened? Like months and months, no newcomers at all. So many months, right? Okay, I pray a mass for a husband, and who walks into the choir loft immediately after mass? A man! A man who looked very good. He's taller than me. He's very good looking. He's dressed very good style. Um, his persona, his personality. Wow, 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 wow! I like him so much. God answered my prayer immediately. Usually it takes some time, but God this time chose to act immediately. How lucky, how flattered, how awesome. Well, okay, so I, of course, naturally was very excited. Finally, it's my turn. Yay! Not so much. Why? Because nothing happened. I waited, I continued. Eventually, he became choir director, and I waited, and nothing happened. So I thought, okay, this man not interested in me. Well, just like astrology, it's easy to misinterpret things. Just because I was praying that whole time for a husband and then he showed up, does not mean he is my husband. Like that prayer could be answered and he could have happened to just simultaneously have been planning to go up there and and God's like, oh, Nicole, try not to get too confused there. But, there we go. But from my point of view, I was like, God answered prayer immediately. Wow. But then he was not interested in me, no signs that he was interested in me. So, okay, then eventually I forget this and I just say, okay, well, I was wrong, but whatever. He's still a good person, still an excellent choir director. It's hard to have a crush on somebody that doesn't like you, but you accept and you just love them from afar. Okay. Um, well, different things happened and coalesced, and I got kind of mad at him. And so I told him all of this, actually. I was like, I prayed the whole mass, and then bam, you showed up. I even told him this, and he's like, whoa, that's a lot to take in. So, anyways, yeah, but as it turned out, he has a girlfriend living in a different city, long distance. I guess they are hoping to somehow get jobs in the same city. I don't know. I didn't ask about his future plans. I just know that he has a girlfriend, and the reason he doesn't talk about her at all, and doesn't have her around at all, is because she lives in a different city. Okay, well, that's would have been nice if he had mentioned that he had a girlfriend, so that I wouldn't waste the time having a crush or wasted any kind of emotional energy. But it is what it is. He didn't really do anything wrong, I guess. I don't know. I got pissed by that, but maybe it was my own fault. I'm not sure. Uh, anyways, so okay, he never looks me in the eyes. He never looks at me at all. Like I've rejoined the choir and nothing has changed. Like he doesn't look at me at all. He doesn't make eye contact. He doesn't. He only looks at me if he absolutely has to. If I ask him a question, he'll look at me. He's not rude. It's not like he's actively being like, I want you to feel like a piece of shit. But what's a girl to think? Really, like I think he has a crush on me. Yeah, no, he won't look at me. He looks at everyone else. There's other women, good-looking women there too. You could be looking at them. He could be avoiding looking at them if he's attracted to women and just wants to avoid sin or some shit like that. Like, no, the man is attracted to me, or my ego is compensating, one or the other. Okay, because this man will not look at me. It makes me think he likes me, which goes back to this original idea that the subconscious cock blocking demon is blocking me once again because there's no reason this suitable partner there should be something happening. It happens to other people all the time. Why is it not happening for me at all? And I try not to focus on it in hopes that it will happen. and it still doesn't happen, and then I even give up. Nothing. Like, I've made a joke about, oh, God just wants me to be a nun. I don't even think God wants me to be a nun. If I became a nun, it might provide some peace in my routine, which would be a thing that maybe I should become a nun temporarily. And then quit on them. I don't know if you should go into something like that. You take vows to become a nun. It's like getting married. Well, it is getting married, but you're marrying God, who doesn't have a body, so you're not going to be having any sex. I deserve more than a ghost. I really do. I really deserve more than a ghost. So, I don't want to be a nun. Sorry, God. But that's not my choice. But I do want to help other people. And I do want to, like, serve the community. Not because I feel the community has done so great and now I owe them something. It's more just by nature of things existing in themselves, they deserve to be treated a certain way. And this world does not do a good job of treating anything the way it actually is meant to be treated. I've noticed this quite a bit. Like, I'm like a queen, and people treat me terribly. Like, really terribly at times. But I'm like this royal queen, and I'm not really sure. Like, it is confusing for me. So, like, okay, I've noticed this for myself, but then, like, look around. Everything is sacred, and not a lot's being treated like it's sacred. And I don't like that. Um, you know, like, I wish that other people felt this way. Because, like, by nature of just existing, it's like, even, like, even silly things, like this calculator. This is a calculator, okay? It exists. It deserves, like, a certain level of respect. Like, I should not just throw this against the wall, even if I'm angry. Like, the calculator, like, imagine if you could personify absolutely every object, like some kind of kid's TV. Like, it just doesn't deserve to be treated this way. Like, this is a tool. It deserves to be put in the right spot. It deserves to have a home, a place of its own that it belongs when it's not being used. And it deserves to be used. Like an instrument. Like, instruments deserve to be played. Clothes deserve to be worn and taken care of properly. And so do humans. And animals and plants. All things. All things. Inanimate or adamant. Is that the opposite of inanimate? Anyways, like, I guess it is really like, I really did appreciate Marie Kondo's philosophy. Yeah, and when you get rid of things, you donate them, or they're no longer usable, and then you thank them. You thank them. Um, and I think that, like, this is, yeah, yeah. Like, I don't know why we live in this. So, like, when I think about how I want to spend my life, Nicole, I, I would like to, I would like to do something that serves the community because it deserves it by its existence alone. It just demands it in a good way. Like, it just like, it's like if you drop something and somebody, okay, a better example is one time when I was a teenager, I went to my best friend's house and she just did not fold her clothes. She was not a folder. She didn't want to fold clothes. So there was always clothes all over her room. And just by being in her room, I didn't like it. Like, it's just too much chaos. So you know what I would do? You know, we were close enough that it was okay for me to do this. I would just start folding her clothes and organizing them for her, right in front of her. And then she would get down and do it too with me. And like, the reason I did it was because it just needed to be done. Like, the clothes deserve to be put in their proper home. The room deserves to be in proper order. She deserves to have a proper room to think in and rest in. Um, it's just a job that needs to be done. It's as simple as that. That's what I want for, like, if there's a job I can do. Unfortunately, the job I'm doing right now doesn't align with anything I just said. I don't see it aligning with anything I just said, and everyone's always expecting so much of me, and yet so little at the same time that it's too ironic and paradoxical. So, yeah. I don't know why he doesn't want to look at me. Well, okay. So my ego is like, it's because he's attracted to me. But it could also just be that he knows that I have a crush on him or senses it and does not want to send any signals that would further that thinking because that's not a possibility. In which case, that's the right thing to do. In that case, he should not look at me then. So that I don't get confused and think he likes me. Although, it would be nice to somehow be looked at and also carefully guided to the right kind of thinking. I don't know, I guess, like, I think one of the reasons why I'm single is because, like, there's this metaphor that, like, the woman is, like, the church, and the man, the husband, is, like, God. And so, like, if you're looking for a husband, you expect him to be honorable and have integrity like God. There really are just too high of expectations. But then again, when I look at the other side of that, what I actually have received in treatment from men is not acceptable. Like, God, no, God, whatever. Like, that is not acceptable behavior because, yeah, it's, I mean, flat out illegal. Like, even the law says so. So it's very clear and understood that that was not acceptable behavior. One thing I think men don't understand, though, about people like me, and although this gives them too much power, I mean, it is up to me to heal, but, like, with each one that treats me really bad, it definitely doesn't, like, it hurts my hope. Like, it hurts my, I don't know, maybe with each obstacle or each failure is this feeling of injury. But I don't know what to call this one. Having a crush on someone who doesn't look at you. Does he like me? I don't think so. Well, he likes me. He said he likes me as a person. That's nice. I like him quite a lot. I really like him as a person. And I have a crush on him. Even, like... But yeah, I guess I wanted to get to know him, but he's really tight-lipped. He's very reticent. And it's not necessarily a lie, but it's... I don't see a way forward. There is no, like, without any kind of actual divine intervention, I guess he isn't gonna be my boyfriend. I mean, he's not single, or at least he said he's not single, so I just don't understand somebody dating somebody for more than, like, it's been like 3 years now of this long distance thing. I mean, it must come to an end soon. I don't know how anyone could take that kind of distance. Like, it has to have some end in sight, or else it's not really a good idea in my opinion. But I mean, teach their own on that front. And I'm not trying to say it's a bad relationship. I'm just saying that it's confusing for somebody like me. You know, I'm like, are you single or are you not? I guess you're not. Like, I have to believe what you say, otherwise you're flat out lying. I don't want to accuse you of that, so I must believe what you say then. The reason I'm this upset is because I don't like to always be disappointing others. And also the other engineers sometimes if they think you're weak, they make like this like scoffing noise. I just don't wanna hear that scoffing noise. You know, it doesn't matter because those people that make those noises are not the ones that have firing or hiring abilities. And my ego does hurt, and my ego's already kind of
from almost 5 years of this, 4.5 years of this. How can you spend 4.5 years at a job and utterly fail at it? And Sam Altman is making fucking loop-de-loop, and which I personally thought was a bad idea from the start, and I don't like how technology has interfaced with my life all the time. Like, I don't want to be online. Well, that's ironic because actually, I mean, the art of being you, that's only online. Like, I really am only existing on the internet. Because Nicole McLean, the real Nicole McLean, like the human that is me, like, that has a beating heart, that is actually sitting in this room right now, is only ever going to just be a performance. No matter how real, no matter how close I get to my feelings, it cannot be me. And like if AI, like I imagine YouTube will make some kind of contract where all content on YouTube will be part of data sets of AIs, which means that, um, you know, I am contributing to that, and I guess I am now consenting to that by nature of hosting. I don't know if I understand the implications of that at all. I don't. Like, what I understand is that in the future, because I have uploaded these videos of me, a model of me can be recreated using AI. But that model will not be me. It won't even be a clone of me. Like, it will be a painting of me. Like, a painting of Queen Victoria is not Queen Victoria. This is just a painting of me, um, that moves and talks, Harry Potter style. By the way, that whole J.K. Rowling stuff, now this, I think, really people won't like me for. But personally, she has like, some excellent points, and I don't find that the other side of the argument had good points at all, or any points. I don't really, like, it was almost as if, like, you already should understand my points, therefore I don't need to explain it. We're already understanding of this. But I didn't understand it. I understood her points, so it's hard to, like, are trans women women? Well, that sentence, number one, doesn't even make sense in my mind, because if they actually are women, would you even need to say that at all? And then you're going to be like, well, we need to say it because they're being mistreated, and not everyone's on board with that idea. I mean, there's always going to be a distinction between a trans woman and a woman. So, like, I don't really. It's like pretending that black people aren't black. Like, you can't ignore that. Like, to ignore that, we call that racism. Um, so I don't really understand. Like, I'm sorry to say, but there is a difference between somebody who was born biologically female with two X chromosomes, who lives their life fully believing and identifying with being female, versus somebody who cannot say all those things about themselves. So I don't know. Like I personally don't want to go into a change room. I go swimming a lot. I use a public change room that's female only. I do not want to be in that change room if there is a trans woman in there. Unless I know that trans woman personally and trust them to a high degree. Otherwise, I will not want that. And I kind of think that's a reasonable take, and I think the onus is on the trans community to understand that there are people like me who exist who also have needs. Um, and yeah, I think that's reasonable. So, yeah, there. Now that's out there. I like don't want to lose faith in myself. I don't want to lose faith in humanity. I know that maybe I'm not right. I'm sure there's things that I posted in the past that I now no longer agree with. Well, actually, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I would agree with them. I don't know. Call me out on it. But, like, I really am suffering with, like, protecting my worldview, because I think that I think underneath all these big feelings is a belief of a hostile universe, and I don't want to. I want to change that belief because it's not helpful to believe the universe is hostile, even if it is, which I mean, it's both hostile and not hostile. Like, but God, like, I mean, the whole idea of God in and of itself is kind of hurtful to my own internal locus. Like, if you constantly put everything on God to solve the problems, that's lazy thinking. There is no magical force that's gonna sweep in and magically take all my problems away. Why do I think that? Because I haven't seen it happen to other people, so who deserved it maybe more than me. There have been people in dicey situations who really deserved to be saved and weren't. Like, how do you reconcile that? And then you're like, am I gonna be saved? I'm supposed to be fucking. Where's the solution, King? Where's the solution? Am I supposed to do the work? Like people say, if you don't like your job, you should apply to find a different job. Where should I go? I don't know. I don't know. I would like to move to a rural, up north. I would like to move somewhere and have a rough and tough kind of job where I'm, where in order to do my job I have to wear, like, proper PPE, like, or else I'll die because of the weather kind of job. Like, I really like being a hydrogeologist. And I know that doesn't really help anyone at all. And it does make me richer than I am now if I were to be able to do that. Full transparency. Okay. But it would definitely add more peace to my life because that job is just more suited to my skill set. You know, and capitalism and society paints this picture that should be good enough for us. And then people are never gonna help me at all, and I'll be able to continue buying whatever I want. Maybe I won't be able to, like, have the buying power of Kim K, but, like, honestly, fuck her. She's a slave to her diamonds. Diamonds are useless. I don't even fucking think they're the prettiest. Like, yeah, they're not. I think opals are prettier than diamonds. So, for whether it's opals or diamonds, I don't want to be a slave to anything at all. I don't want to be a slave to my emotions. I don't want to be a slave to my beliefs, even. I don't want to be a slave to luxury and consumerism. I want to be a slave to my own identity crisis, which causes problems for so many people. And I have a great capacity to suffer, unfortunately, for myself. Like, my first year of university, I didn't know how to pay my, and I thought, like, any day I would get kicked out of university for not paying my student fees. This went on for a year before I figured out how to log on and look at my student portal, and guess what? The fees had been paid because at that time, OSAP directly deposited to the school, and then you got the leftover amount deposited to your account. So my fees had been paid, and I didn't know. But for a year, I let myself worry about being kicked out at any moment for not paying my fees when they were paid the whole time. Like, I'm just telling you that I can withstand a great amount of stress before I take action. Sometimes I choose to take action before the stress gets that big. I don't need to let it get that big, but it can get pretty astronomical. And when it's actually, I would say that I've let my stress get astronomically big regarding career. And now this other EIT, is asking me. Oh, by the way, I did successfully pass my national practice professional exam, first try. Whoop whoop. You do have to study for it, but it was fun. I liked it. Like, learning contract law is kind of a grind, but once you know it, it's fun to know. So, it's good to know. So, but it was kind of a grind to learn. That's how it always goes. It's a grind to learn the things that are fun to know, and the things that are not that fun to know are fun to learn, but they're not that fun to do in real life. I have found that to be true in my life. Um, so yeah, I'm crying because the other EIT is gonna think I'm useless. Maybe I am. Why is it not working properly? Fuck this computer. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna save. I'm gonna do an audit, purge audit, and then I'm gonna try again and pray to God it works. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you. I'm gonna actually try to get it to work. And I can't talk and think yours is gonna be boring for you. It's just gonna be a long pause of me like looking very pensively at stuff and making clicking noises. I don't know how this is valuable, but like, I will rant about it. My number one job, I want to be, I mean, that is the most important job. Trust it. I don't remember if I'm supposed to fix the errors. I'm going to say no to fixing the errors. You know what? Let's say no first, and then try it again with yes. And I'm so lonely too, but this is actually kind of fun for me. Like talking to myself makes me less lonely. That's for sure. Okay, so page. Page it all. Get out. Okay, do it. Now we're gonna audit again. And this time say yes. And then we're gonna save it once it's done. It's gonna take a while. I do like drawing, and at least this, but like I don't like fucking piecing it together when it doesn't work. Okay, so now it's been done. Here, fuck this file. I'm gonna close these other files. They're too big and it's slowing me down. Anyways, I'm gonna try my best. I would rather just go and exercise. Am I evil? There's no husband to save me. Okay. Don't read OpenAI for the rest of the day. It's just gonna stress you more. Take a break. You gotta read a book that makes you feel good. Or at least distracts you. Ironically, medicine did not make me this stressed. Yeah, it didn't. Well, it stressed me in a whole different way. That was more physical because being on call is really, that is like, even under best circumstances, I don't want to be wakened from my slumber. And I'm a very deep sleeper, and that actually was a problem. Like, it's really hard for me to wake up. I'm a very, very, very deep sleeper, which is great when it's loud. Like, I can sleep through a lot. But so like I'm a great roommate because if you're a loud person, like I lived in Hudson University, I lived with these all these male engineering students, and they used to play FIFA until like 3 a.m. every night, and they got very loud about it. Like they'd be like, screaming, and I did not mind as long as I fell asleep before the screaming started. I was good to go. Anyways, okay, so I'm gonna log off now. Thanks, guys, for listening. Thanks, King. I think that you are pretty nice, and I'm glad that you seem to like. I don't think like a lot of people like this type of thing, and I hope it doesn't hurt you. If it does, don't watch. I don't want anyone to watch this and get hurt from it, like or feel bad or scared. I want it to. I don't know. Not that being sad is bad necessarily, or angry is being bad. It's not. It's just, yeah. I just don't know what to do. Like, I want to be a hydrated. Okay, no, I do know what to do. I just have to have patience at least I have a plan B. I mean, like, Sarah told me, she said, get your engineering license. Okay, hold out until you get your engineering license. Try and make that happen as much fast as possible, which I can do. And then hopefully I get it. And if I can't get it right away, then I'll start asking for projects that would meet those requirements. And then I'll get my engineering license, and then bam, aggressively apply for hydrogeology work and hope. Maybe I should start applying now. Anyways, I don't know. I don't even know if hydrogeology is right for me. Fuck, the topo's not in the right spot. It's not even appearing at all. Here, let's open the topo and see what's in this file. Okay, talk later.